I love giving tips. You know why? Because people can take what they like and they can leave the rest, but it gets stuff out of my head. For 20 years, I've been taking care of children and I've been seeing the struggles parents have when they take care of children. And one of the biggest struggle a parent has when they take care of a child is getting them not to sleep with them. What I say is, don't start something you don't want to happen forever. Just like cooking. If I'm going to cook for my partner and I'm going to start cooking for her, she's going to expect dinner every single night, to the point where she'll call me, say, hey, what's for dinner? I didn't cook? Oh, okay. So let's get back onto subject. And I'm really sorry, but I have allergies. So one thing that I can recommend is do not start it. Okay, I understand the baby has been inside you for 9 months. You're very cautious with this child. Your separation anxiety is running rapid, but they have something that you can put in your bed with you or even in the cradle next to you that is called a cot. And it's very soft. It's a pillow thing, and you can place the baby in so you don't have the anxiety of rolling on the baby. Not only that, it gives them their own space. Once that cot is moved into their bed, that great nursery that you built for them and still they haven't slept in, you move it in. So say about 1.5, you're like, okay, this child really needs to sleep by themselves and I'm going to move them into the nursery. Now, they're going to have separation anxiety because this is something that they have been doing for years, sleeping with mommy and daddy, or just sleeping with mommy and partner, daddy and partner. You get the drift. Okay, so what they're going to do is they're going to cry. And they knew that when they were babies, crying got them what they wanted. So as intelligent toddlers, they're going to cry. And mommy and daddy's going to rush into the room, pick them up. It's okay. Give them the pacifier, hug them, squeeze them, and take them into the bedroom with them. And the child is going to fall asleep. Bing! The child wins. The next night you put them in the bed and you make sure they have their night bottle and you go ahead and put them in the bed. Now these are my tips. You say, I love you. You check their diaper. They already had their bottle. Give them their pacifier or a shirt of yours or a teddy bear that they just love to be around. This is my tip. You walk out the room. I love you. You walk out the room. You stand by the door. Always put them to bed at the same time every night, if possible. They're going to scream. Oh my goodness, they're going to scream like they are hurt. But what I say is let them scream for about maybe 5 minutes, 2 minutes. It doesn't matter. You go in there, you give them a hug, you don't pick them up, and you lay them back down with their pacifier and you say, good night, I love you, mommy will be back. Leave the room. Now, if you did it for 2 minutes the first time or 5 minutes the second time, they're going to think that screaming gets what they want. The perfect thing is a camera over their crib. Now, when I was growing up, we didn't have cameras. So get a camera and you watch them. Lay in your bed, read a book. It's going to hurt your heart, but you add a little more time to that screaming because we will now let them think that screaming still gets them what they want. You go in after now 5 minutes and you give them a hug. You lay them down, you give them the pacifier or whatever soothes them, you walk out the door. Shut the door. One of my most favorite things is Native American rain music. Children fall asleep to the rain. They fall asleep to the fan going. So there is things on YouTube that you can play for a child to keep that motivation of shh, and it calms them down. After they know that screaming cannot get them out of the protection of their bed, eventually they're going to stop because they're going to say, ding, mommy won. Ding, daddy won. But you're going to eventually let it go, watch them, stay in your bed, and do not pick them up and make them think that they won. And a lot of people are going to, oh, that's not true. Don't let your baby cry, this and that. Crying is a natural emotion. Okay, we're not saying that if your baby is screaming because they got hurt and you're just ignoring them. We're not saying that. But we are trying to wean them off, eventually soothing that anxiety of missing you. So, 1, let your baby be separated from you at birth. If that's not the case, by 1, let them go into their bed. You know they can now roll over, they're not going to stop breathing, and you know that they are safe. 2, stand by the door. Let your baby cry. And he's not a baby anymore, he's a toddler. He's a toddler, he's a little person. Okay, so let them cry. I keep saying babies because toddlers are babies too. So you let them cry for about 5 minutes, 2 minutes, it doesn't matter. Just let them go in there. You say you love them. You make sure they don't need changing. They might have pooped and now they're crying about it. But check them. They love you. You love them. Separation anxiety is real, but it is not so real that we cannot handle it. Thank you. You can comment if you like.